The Grinch 2018. Uh, Bad? I mean, most of the Grinch movies have gotten like low scores from people, but this is the first one I have to agree with everybody. This movie is pretty awful. Uh, if you've seen the first one that follows the book to a T, or the second one with Jim Carrey, or you read the book, you're probably not gonna like this film at all. The Grinch isn't evil. He doesn't really have a proper reason for hating Christmas. Just he was alone on one of them. Uh, the audience only laughed at one of the jokes, and that joke was actually in the trailer, so that's pretty funny. The film overall just has a wrong feeling to it to me. It's like Cindy's mom. She's a single mother. She only has two kids. She only has three kids: Cindy and two twins. Her father, who was the postmaster of the Jim Carrey film and was just lying in bed next to her mother and swinging Cindy back and forth in the cartoon movie, is nowhere to be found. Either he died or he left or whatever. The How he steals Christmas and everything, and it falls apart when you start thinking about stuff. It's like he goes and buys food, but yet he's a hermit living in the mountain. How the hell does he afford to pay? He's not stealing it. He says buy. He says shop. I mean, I guess he sells inventions, but he never mentions any of that kind of stuff. And it just feels wrong. I'm never gonna watch this film again. It's not the worst Illumination film because I actually finished this one. I couldn't even finish Despicable Me 2. I turned it off halfway through, and I never watched the third because of how bad the second one was. I guess I'd give this film like a C, maybe, at best. There's no way of editing it or anything. The some of the additions to the story aren't very good, like the him going out and getting a reindeer and then releasing it even though he needs it. Just don't bother having the reindeer at all. I mean, I guess they're trying to go, oh, he's not evil, he's just misunderstood thing. When the song is everything that's about him is just he's evil, he's mean. And at some point, I want them to do a Grinch story where his heart grows three sizes. He has a massive coronary and dies because that's what would happen when your heart grows. That's a heart attack. Mostly, I can't talk much about this film because not that much to talk about. I mean, the additional poetry lines aren't any good. I think his quote unquote neighbor, the guy that lives at the bottom of the mountain, is Keenan from Keenan and Kel, or whatever one of them is on Saturday Night Live now. Cumberbund was an okay actor, I guess. But without that much to talk about this film, I might as well do the entire Grinch trilogy. Whoops, wrong way. The original Grinch, which is literally just a book with some animations and a new song, read by Boris Karloff, the legend of the old monster films. Perfect Christmas film. There's a reason why TV shows it all the time, even though it's 50 years old at this point. None of this additional BS that you don't need. It tells the story. It gets the message across that Christmas isn't just items; it's how you feel, and it's being happy. It's being with family. To me, it'll be working, haha. But to other people, it's home, spending time with loved ones. And every year they show it on TBS with no commercials, so you don't really have any excuse not to watch it. It's like, I think it's less than a half hour long, actually. That's a really short movie. The Jim Carrey Grinch movie. If you liked Jim Carrey's films, his early films, You'll probably like this one. The people who grew up without Jim Carrey, they probably won't like it very much. He definitely has that 90s sass thing going along, and nostalgia probably saves this film more than the actual film itself. But, I got the glasses for the film, and I like it. I watch it every year. It became a little tradition for me to actually have this film on while I put the tree up for at least a couple years. And I started working, and then I wanted to have nothing but no Christmas music, no Christmas anything on while I put the tree up. I wanted it to be like death metal, pop, rock, anything that wasn't Christmas music playing, so I didn't have to hear that because I heard it all day at work. The first year I worked I heard it all year. I heard it all the time at Hallmark. The next 3 years I heard it all the time at Walmart. Now I don't hear it at all because I don't work in a retail store. I think if they wanted to make this new Grinch better, he should have been working in a retail store. That's the reason you hate Christmas. Because you hear it all the time. You hear it from October all the way to December, the same 12 songs over and 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 over. Did I forget over again? But the animation was fine. I like the fact they added the bunny from Secret Life of Pets into the Illumination thing, and not just a bunch of minions. I definitely think the Illumination brand isn't my cup of tea. I didn't like really any of the Despicable films. I kind of liked the first one when I first saw it, but on a rewatch, I didn't like it that much. No. Secret Life of Pets, I liked it in the theater, and I liked enough to buy it and to spend $6 on the line of little stuffed animals they did, because at Target.com right now they're on clearance. But they're nothing like huge, great that you're gonna watch over and over again, like the Disney classics or the Pixar films. This is like their cousin that you see once a year that you don't really want to bother with. It's like even the original DreamWorks is better. Like the new DreamWorks, not so much. The first Dragons was okay. The second one, boring as hell. I fell asleep during that film. So boring. But other than that, Merry Christmas, and hope you enjoyed the Grinch trilogy. Have a good one. Oh, yeah, I forgot. A, B, C, ha ha ha. Those are the ratings. Funny how it worked out. And like most trilogy, hey, another tidbit. Like most trilogies, the third film, it falls apart. Now have a good one. I didn't mention this in the original version of this video. I had to add it on to the end because I didn't think about it until I was typing up my little simple review for the Insta reviews, which are copy and pasted into the bottom of the video. But Cindy, she felt like one of the little girls from Despicable Me franchise, and all of her friends, they kind of all felt the same. It's like, I think they only know how to write children one way. And the other characters, none of them felt right. The Grinch just disliked people. He didn't hate people. He wasn't completely antisocial. He just was, man, I don't feel like it today. I mean, Max was a dog, obviously, and they make him do a couple extra things because, cartoon. But other than that, there's nothing else to say. Just figured I'd add that on. Have a good